All right, I have a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen, so with that, we will call this recess meeting of October 17th, Board of Aldermen of the City of Starkville to order. We will first stand for a pledge of allegiance, followed by an invocation by Alderman Carver, and then a moment of silence, if you would, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alderman Carver, if you would.
Let's pray. Father, we just come before you tonight, Lord, and we thank you for the opportunity to live in Starkville, work and play in Starkville, Lord. Thank you for this weather that you're providing, Lord. Be with us as a community this fall. To provide safety for each and every one of us, the mayor and the board and all city employees, Lord. Thank you for the opportunity and the weather that we get to enjoy. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here this evening. Our first order of business is going to be approval of the official agenda with consented items. And I did take the liberty, since we did not have a work session on Friday, I did take the liberty of putting items on the consent agenda that I thought would be reasonably welcomed by the board. Although we do have one item that was not on the consent agenda, but it has been asked to be removed. So the item under Community Development and Planning Department, item 1, the appeal, has been removed from the agenda at the applicant's request. So if you would please, that would be one adjustment to make to the agenda. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Alderman Carver?
No, ma'am.
All right. Alderman Rupp?
No, ma'am.
Alderman Brooks?
No, ma'am.
Alderman Beatty?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Alderman Sistrum?
No changes, but I would like to make some comments about one agenda item, if I might.
Okay, certainly. Which one?
It is the, under departmental business. Let me find it here. J1, Police Department, the
Okay.
contract with Enterprise for fleet management.
Okay.
And what I want to do is just talk about how this impacts our budget this year and next year, because sometimes we talk about budget only at the end of one year and as we're going into another year, and we gloss over things that happen that will impact us for multiple periods. So I wanted to point this one out and say that I'm going to try to do a better job this year of pointing out things where we make decisions that impact us as we go from one year to another. I think this is absolutely the right way to go forward in terms of having vehicles for our police department, but it does come with some planning that we're going to have to find a way to manage. The police department and fire department and our public safety departments account for roughly 1 out of every 2 general fund dollars, the fund that handles our property and sales taxes. So they are big ticket items, and anything they do is going to affect our financial performance. I'm happy to invest in police and fire in that there's a payback in making us a safe community. We have one of the safest communities in North Mississippi, and I'm more than willing to invest in that however we need to. These cars are essential. We've expanded the number of officers that we budgeted for this year, and we're going to have additional vehicles. The thing that I want you to be just very aware of is that in the board cover packet, it talks about the total cost for this year is $280-something thousand. In truth, there's 2 components to this expense. One is the one-time upfront expense for various pieces of equipment that will go with the cars, and that's $80-something thousand. There is a budget line in the department's budget for $75,000, which will go a long way toward covering that. They have vehicles that they're going to sell, which will also contribute to that and free up some money as we make budget amendments during the year to allow them to purchase other equipment. The $190-something thousand for the lease, for the annual lease, is not fully budgeted in this year. We only have a budget of $160,000 this year. Now, we're fortunate or unfortunate, depending on how you want to look at it. These cars won't come in until December and January and maybe after that. So we're not going to have a full year's payment this year, but we will have to have a full year's payment next year. So typically, we will roll a number from one year to the next unless there's some reason to change it. And this is going to be one of those where there's some reason to change it next year. All that said, what we do tonight with these vehicles comes close to depleting the police department's equipment budget for this coming year. Chief Ballard's very aware of that, and he knows how he will potentially be able to come up with some additional dollars that can be moved from one category to another throughout the year. One thing that we're hoping is that the repair and maintenance costs, which we've budgeted, will go down because these are newer vehicles as opposed to a 10-year-old set of cars. We'll be dealing with new cars, so hopefully he'll be able to move that to cover equipment. But it is a big hit to their budget very early in the year, and I just want all of us to be aware of that and to know that it bleeds over into next year with the additional $30,000 or so that we'll need for that lease. And if we want to expand that lease next year, then we're looking at this same sort of thing where we will have to increase next year's budget to expand that lease. So I just want to be sure that everybody has their eyes wide open, and we've talked about this before the end of the year when we all get kind of concerned about budget numbers. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. Nothing else, nothing further on?
No.
Okay. Vice Mayor Perkins?
No, Madam Mayor,
All
thank
right.
you.
Alderman Vaughn?
No, ma'am, Mayor, thank you.
All right, thank you. That being said, do I have a motion for approval of the official agenda with consented items with that one amendment that was made in pulling that administrative appeal?
I move to approve as amended.
Okay, thank you, Alderman Rupp. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Brooks. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. It is unanimous. Thank you. And I will read the consented agenda items. First is consideration of the minutes of the September 19th, 2023 recess meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Starkville. Second is consideration of the minutes of the September 29th, 2023 work session of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Starkville. Third is consideration of the minutes of the October 3rd, 2023 regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Starkville. We have under board business consideration to reappoint Kennedy Neal, the sole applicant, to fill a vacancy with the Library Board of Trustees, which expired September 30th, 2023 for a 5-year term beginning October 18th, 2023 and ending October 31st, excuse me. That didn't make it into the deal. October 31st, 2028. It's a 5-year term. Under engineering, we have item 1, consideration of approving the professional services agreement with Golden Triangle Planning and Development District, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $2,400 for the creation of a GIS-based street map and official city street register. 2 is consideration of accepting the low bid from Paradigm Contractors, LLC in the amount of $144,500 for the McKee Park Pickleball Court resurfacing project. 3 is consideration of approving change order number 1 in the amount of $13,500 for the Colonial Hills Drainage Improvements Project. 4, consideration of approving the low quote from Ponders Equipment Service in the amount of $21,600 for a rotary lift for the Streets and Utilities Department mechanic. Under Finance Administration, number 2 is request approval of the 2023 Municipal Compliance Questionnaire. 3 is request acceptance of the final fiscal year 2023 budget adjustments. 4 is request acceptance of September financial statements. 5, request acceptance of the lowest and best bids received for October 1, 2023 to September 30th, 2024, rebid sections 9 and 10, source of supply listing for the Starkville General City Budget. Fire Department, number 1 is request authorization for Fire Marshal Mark McCurdy to travel to Vicksburg, Mississippi to attend the 2023 MFIA Fall Seminar in Vicksburg, November the 1st through the 3rd, 2023, at an approximate cost of $800. Under Human Resources, we have request authorization to hire David Green and Olivia Keeter as civil engineer co-ops in the engineering department. 2 is request authorization to hire William McCormick as an engineering associate in the Starkville Utilities Department. 3, request authorization to hire Darian King as a seasonal sanitation worker in the Sanitation and Environmental Services Department. 4, request authorization to hire Chase Naylor and Sean Seraphin as temporary full-time employees in the Starkville Utilities Department. 5, request authorization to hire James Hollingsworth and William Turner as temporary full-time certified firefighters. 6, consideration of the discipline recommended by Sanitation Director Chris Smiley as a result of a disciplinary issue for 2 sanitation workers. And 7 is consideration of discipline recommended by Municipal Court Clerk Monica Larry as a result of disciplinary issues for a municipal court employee. Under IT is consideration of adding the weather alert module to the Starkville alert system. Under Police Department, we have number 1, request approval to enter into a contract of the sole bid by Enterprise Fleet Management to lease 17 vehicles for a total one-time equipment cost of $85,418.07, plus a total annual vehicle cost of $196,866.60, equaling a one-year cost of $282,284.67. B is request approval to accept the fiscal year 24 Mississippi Department of Homeland Security 100% reimbursable grant A23LE347 in the amount of $30,000 and to purchase of 3 license plate readers and warranties as sole source items in that they are the same L6Q cameras with the same dealer, American Integration, as existing police equipment. And 3 is request approval to accept and enter into a grant agreement with Mississippi Department of Public Safety Justice Assistance for a 100% reimbursable grant in the amount of $25,000 in overtime and $30,795 for the license renewal of Gray Key Digital Forensic Mobile Data Software and Equipment. Under Utilities Department, we have request authorization to advertise for source of supply bids for the electric and water divisions of Starkville Utilities with the intent of awarding the source of supply contracts for January the 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2024. 2 is request authorization to declare the 2005 GMC C15 last 4 VIN numbers 4727 as surplus and sell on Gov Deals and purchase a replacement vehicle 2023 F-250 service truck from AutoNation Ford, who provided the lowest quote of $63,945. And number 3, request authorization to approve the low quote from Birmingham Alltech for repairs to the service crew bucket truck for the electric division in the amount of $20,469.08, and authorization to rent a similar truck from Global Rental Company, Inc. on a monthly basis at a rate of $3,200 per month while the repairs are being performed. And that concludes the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. My pleasure. All right, the next item we have is under Mayor's comments. As I have been having recently, the opportunity and the pleasure of new employee introductions. And so we have some folks from utilities, Nick, everybody. Nope, we have most from utilities and the one from human resources. So, Mr. Kemp, you have your folks with you tonight? Awesome. Love it. Okay, first it will be Hellenthal. Sorry about that. Ash, which one are you? Is that you? All right, I apologize to you. Pronounce it for me so I can get
Just a little emphasis on the heat.
Heat. Okay, helpful. Helpful?
Heat.
Okay, what you said. Okay, I'm sorry. Healenthal. All right, there we go. Thank you, Ash. Mr. Ash is a wastewater treatment operator 1. He is originally from Scuba, Mississippi, and is the youngest of 4 children. He received a bachelor's degree in engineering, tech, and environmental surveying from Mississippi State University prior to joining Starkville Utilities. He worked in water treatment for 6 years, and during his free time, he enjoys hunting and fishing. And I'm sorry about that, but congratulations and thank you for being here. We appreciate you being with us. And next we have John Raspberry. I think I could do better than on this one. We'll do it on the other one. Wastewater treatment operator 2. Mr. Raspberry is originally from Canton, Mississippi, and is currently residing in Starkville. He received his Class B water license and Class 2 wastewater license while in Hattiesburg. Prior to coming to Starkville, he owned his own AC and refrigeration business for approximately 20 years. He later worked for Southern Hens in the wastewater division. His spare time, he enjoys spending time with his family. Okay, Southern Hens. Where's that?
Moselle, Mississippi.
Moselle. Okay, all right, thank you. I thought I had never heard of Southern Hens. All right, well, welcome to Starkville. Thank you so much. Erlene Malone, customer service rep. She is originally from Sugar Lock, Mississippi. She currently resides in Starkville with her husband David and 2 daughters Dacia and Takasha. Erlene is a graduate of Mississippi State University where she earned a Bachelor of Science in Paralegal Studies. She also works part-time for Kelly Educational Services as a substitute teacher. In her spare time, she likes to travel and shop. I'm with you. All right, welcome to Starkville. And next, we have a customer service representative, Misty Clement. I'm going to guess that's you. Originally from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and currently residing in Ackerman. Misty has two children, Macy Krim and Carson Clement. Ms. Clement is a member of the Enon Church in Ackerman. She attended Northwest Shoals Community College. Prior to coming to Starkville Utilities, she worked in customer service with Delta Phone Company for 20 years. And she enjoys keeping her grandchildren and distresses furniture in her spare time. Welcome to Starkville. And last but certainly not least, in the utilities is the accountant, Josh McNeil. He's a lifelong resident of Louisville, Mississippi. He holds a Bachelor of Accountancy from Mississippi State University. Josh has one daughter, Macy, and prior to joining Starkville Utilities team, he was an accountant in Memphis, Tennessee. In his spare time, John enjoys playing tennis and spending time with his daughter. Welcome to Starkville. Thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate your work with us.
Thank you.
All right. And last but not least, we have Stacy Cobbins. There she is. There she is. Human Resources Generalist. Stacy is originally from Starkville and is transitioning back to the area from Madison County. Ms. Cobbins graduated from Mississippi State University with a bachelor's and from Vanderbilt University Owen Graduate School of Management with an MBA. Ms. Cobbins has earned 2 HR certifications, PHR and SHRM-CP. Prior to joining the City of Starkville's HR team, she worked as an HR professional in various public, private, and entrepreneurial businesses. She's also a military veteran with 8 years of service in the U.S. Army Reserve, last rank as sergeant. Thank you for your service. Ms. Cobbins has one son, Preston, and in her spare time, she enjoys creating custom decorated cakes for her nonprofit charity, Cups with Caring Cakes, and attending entertainment events. So you can come to Bulldog Bash on Thursday night. Welcome to Starkville. Thank you. Right, and then a couple of things. One, Bulldog Bash will be Friday night, and we are, I know the police department, fire department, sanitation department, all departments are gearing up for it, and it's always exciting. We have Jason Derulo, so apparently they have chosen someone who is known by more than just the TikTok folks, so names we recognize, and we're looking forward to it. So I hope everyone comes out and spends a little time on Main Street for this. It's the largest free concert in the state of Mississippi. So anyway, and last but certainly not least, we did do our ribbon cutting on Cornerstone on Friday. It was a lovely event. I want to thank everyone who attended. It was very special, and department heads who were there, staff who was there, and the sponsors were there. It was really a nice event, and I think it was well covered, and I think everyone should be proud of Starkville and what we've been able to accomplish. SFM did a really nice job in pulling that all together, and I know that our staff helped tremendously with making that happen. So all those last minute details that we were all struggling with came together because of what you guys did. So thank you very much for all of that. So that is all I have. Any board comments? Alderman Carver.
I say, Jeff, I was not able to be there for something function with my daughter, but thank y'all for representing the city of Starkville. I just enjoyed looking at the pictures. I enjoyed going out there and visiting afterwards and seeing the balloon arrangements and everything. That is such a nice park. We have started getting out there on some afternoons and had a cross-country meet there, and the Parks and Rec Department, we fielded a lot of complaints just at the tail end of construction and all that ceasing to an end, and we're starting to get a lot of positive comments. So it's a great representative place for the city. Second, I was going to say, for Mr. Kennedy Neal, he got a reappointment on the Library Board of Trustees, and just anytime we have somebody that serves on a board or commission, especially to highlight them as a citizen. So thank you for Mr. Kennedy. And the third I was going to say, too, is about Pumpkin Palooza, which is going to be Thursday, October the 26th. That's become one of the biggest functions, I think, only to be taken over by the Dots and Wiener Dog Racing. I think it's going to become our #1 event next year. But Pumpkin Palooza has become sponsored by Chick-fil-A this year. And also not only the gourd racing and all of the other things, there's also going to be some nighttime shopping. So come out on the 26th, I think. It's from 5 to 7.
Great, yes, absolutely.
Sorry, is that your?
Gourd racing.
That's all right. Alderman Rupp, would you like to take that next
Gourd
one
racing.
and talk about that?
Yes, and first of all, I was on fall break with my family and missed the ribbon cutting as well, and want to thank everyone that did all the work, all the folks involved, but also kudos to the previous board because, they got the ball rolling and certainly deserve recognition in that as well. And to your point on Pumpkinpalooza, anybody, any family or business that would like to enter a pumpkin in the Talladega Gourd 500, you can do so. You can find the information on Facebook, but it's $25 for a family, $50 for a business. Just bring us your pumpkin, your decorated pumpkin. We will put it on a chassis with wheels and a big ramp down Main Street, and there's pumpkin carnage everywhere. And the winner gets to pick a charity, and we'll donate $250 to whatever charity they support. So it's a lot of fun. It's grown into quite an event, and encourage folks to come on out.
Okay, thank you. Did you have something else?
I did. I was gonna recognize your daughter his daughter got a scholarship award through the Mississippi Municipal League as a, one of the applicants, and then I know you got a copy. Yeah, she, great article, and we all go to conference, and she was recognized and everything, so I can say, yeah, publicly, we spoke privately, but, congratulations to your daughter, and that was a wonderful award, so.
Yeah, if she just had the right parents, it'd be all right.
Yeah, unfortunately, when they put the magazine out, there's a lovely picture of my daughter with the essay she wrote, and we're very proud, and we're also proud of her parents, Mario and Natalie Lawrence, whoever they are. Thank you for that. They're proud too.
Alderman Brooks.
No, ma'am.
Alderman Beatty.
No, Mayor, thank you.
Alderman Sistrunk.
No, ma'am, thank you.
Vice Mayor? Alderman Vaughn. All right, thank you, everyone. All right, that being said, we will move to the remaining item on the agenda, which is the claims docket.
Move approval.
Oh, well, citizens' comments. I apologize.
Yes.
Mr. Turner, I would not have left you out. I am so sorry. We had had such fun up here, I got distracted. Citizens' comments. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Please, come on up. Everybody keeps me straight, and I appreciate that.
Our greeting to the mayor and board. My name is Alderman Turner, Ward 7. To the mayor, to the police chief, to the fire chief, to sanitation. I have the polling places and the crimes that will keep you from voting, and I'd like for them to be passed to the people. We are hoping that we don't have a lot of problem with need more polling places, as well as gonna split up my peer polling place. Part of it will be at my peer, the other part will be at Trinity. And then again, we have to understand that time fall back the first week in November. All right, and to the chief, the community council, we have to be careful with people with bipolar. They go to they have mood swings up and down, schizophrenic, if they don't take their medicine, they hear voices. So that we want to try to be careful and take care of each other.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. Anyone else under citizen comments? Anyone else? Seeing none, I will close it for citizen comments, and we will then move on to the claims docket. Do I have a motion? Alderman Brooks, thank you. A motion from Alderman Brooks. Do I have a second?
Sorry.
Second from Alderman Beatty. Thank you. No discussion. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
All right, motion carries 5-2. And that, ladies and gentlemen, takes us to the end of our open session agenda, and we will need to go into, or we need to clear the courtroom and, courtroom. I'm now judge and jury. Great. So if you would, please, could we go into closed determination session to discuss land acquisition or land sale or lease? So, do I have a motion to do so?
So moved.
Thank you. Alderman Sistrunk. I have a motion to go into closed session. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Rupp. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, we're going to go into closed session. If you would, please clear the courtroom, clear board took no action in executive session. And so now, before we adjourn, I want to call a work session in accordance with the notices required under Mississippi Code annotated 254113. The board will have a work session on Friday, the 3rd of November, 2023 at 11. That meeting will be held at City Hall in the second floor conference room located at 110 West Main. Notice shall be provided to the work session within 1 hour of this meeting by posting such notice at City Hall. It shall be made a part of the minutes of the board meeting, and it will be an open public meeting for the City of Starkville public and press are invited to attend. If I could have a motion to adjourn. Okay. Alderman Brooks, and I have second. All right, thank you. Second, Alderman Vaughn. All those in favor? Signify by saying aye. Opposed? We are in adjournment. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate all of your involvement in.